Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today I got a Walking Dead comic collection update for you guys. These are the previews, the magazines, the comics, and additional different comic titles that I have picked up recently in the past month or two. I think it's been 2 months. Last time I waited too long and I had a whole stack, but this time I only waited 2 months. I don't know why I said it like that. Stack. But it was a stack. No, it wasn't a stack. It was just a stack. I don't know. Starting us off, The Walking Dead official magazine. If you're new to this, there is a TV version of the cover. You can find it in Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, stuff like that. And then there's a comic version of the cover. Same magazine, 2 different versions of the cover. And it comes out, I believe, 1 magazine every 3 months, something like that. Well, you can find the comic version at your comic book shop, obviously. But fun read, very fun read. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. And they preview a lot of stuff that's coming out. With the internet nowadays, though, the previews seem a little disappointing because by the time they're printing it, if you're staying up to date or even if you watch this channel, we usually showcase everything before the magazines print. But that's the way the world is nowadays. There's really nothing you can do about that. And I believe I left these out of most of the update videos in the past. But this is Image Plus. It's a new catalog showcasing all the new titles coming from Image. And in the back of each one for the first 12, they're going to have 4 pages that contain Negan's backstory. Now this starts it off with Image Plus number 1. Image Plus number 2, which showcased Kill or Be Killed, which is coming up in 1 second. I guess I just ruined that surprise, huh? Image Plus issue number 3, plus issue number 4, Image Plus issue number 5. Now, I just simply put these in plastics that are for magazines specifically, and I found them at my local comic book shop. You can purchase those on like Amazon or eBay if you want, but if you just go to your local comic book shop, it's easier. I believe I walked in and bought, at the old one before I moved, I bought the wrong size, and I've been waiting for a purpose to use these because I was supposed to buy them for comic books, but I knew nothing. You know nothing, Ronnie Hayes. So I accidentally bought these, and now I'm putting them to use with the Image Plus. So if you're wondering what the plastic is, go to your local comic book shop and ask. Now, for Image Plus issue number 2, they previewed Kill or Be Killed, and this was a fun read. I was under the impression that this was a more realistic story, like a crime story, and it's not. There's one element that is like a demon, and basically the story breaks down to this guy goes to kill himself. It fails, but a demon shows up and he says, listen, if you do not kill someone each month, you're gonna die in exchange for that life you tried to take when you tried committing suicide. So that's the whole gimmick with this, and then he goes looking for bad guys to kill because he doesn't want to kill, you know, just anybody. And issue number 2 I also picked up because the story was good, but I was on the fence with issue number 1. Issue number 2 frustrated the hell out of me because there was a lot of it that is like half the page almost. It's just white with a couple sentences. And it was frustrating as hell because this is a comic book. You want the visuals, you want to read it. And for some reason, that style, I don't know, it turned me off so much because literally a good chunk of the page is just white with, you know, a sentence. And I don't like it. So I'm going to give it another issue, see if it picks up for me. But for right now, I'm on the fence with it. Let me know what you think about Kill or Be Killed. I would recommend you pick it up, though. It's definitely good enough that chances are you might like it, even though I'm not having all that much fun with it. Now, here's one I did not know about. Luckily, someone in the Map family shot me a message on Instagram and told me that they picked this up at a comic convention recently. This is a PX preview exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con 2016, and it says limited to 5,000 up in that corner. This is issue 19, and it has a photo variant from season 1 of Outcast. Now, I really liked season 1 of Outcast, and I wanted this photo variant. I want the photo variant for issue 1. I'm missing that, and I think once I get that, my Outcast collection will be damn near complete. I'm missing like 1 or 2 really expensive, maybe black and white variants, stuff like that. One is from like issue 10, I believe. But anyway, so I'm only like 1 or 2 issues off from completing the entire collection. So that's cool. Plus, I love this cover. Love that cover. And here's Outcast number 20. For the very first time in the Outcast story, issues 18, 19, and 20 frustrated the hell out of me because I believe 17, 18, 19, and 20, because essentially it takes place in the same day. And what it is you follow Kyle, he goes somewhere, gets trapped, and then the one issue is just him talking to the guy who has him trapped. But then it jumps back in time and it follows that guy to go find him getting trapped, and then he gets caught. It was the first time I felt like the story was stalling for whatever reason. So I'm really hoping the next issue just kicks it back into gear and we can get moving. Now, here is a fun read. I never pay attention to when this is coming out, so it's a complete surprise when it does. Enjoyable read. However, the big surprise in here, I've said this last time in the update, they are making this surprise. They're hyping it up so much, it's almost impossible to fulfill that hype, I feel. And they did it again with this issue. The girl turns around, she's like, oh my god, the secret of the Buckaroo Butchers. If this ever got out, the world will never be the same. Some shit like that. So they're really hyping it up. So I hope they don't shoot themselves in the foot on that one. Now, to the Walking Dead comics, and I got a really good Walking Dead comic coming, so hold on. This is issue 158 for the Walking Dead, The Whisper War Part 2. I have my reading copy, collection copy. I buy doubles all the time, but luckily I didn't even need to read any of these because Jamie Jarvis, awesome member of the Map family, sent me, well, maybe I should show you, he sent me a signed copy, personalized to me from Cliff Rathburn. I always do that. And this was really cool. So I got to check this out, I would say like 2 weeks before it dropped. Really awesome story. And he signed it. But here's my doubles and then the signed copy. And on top of that, I also have the 158 variant by artist Arthur Adams, and I got 2 of the variant. Here's another awesome issue variant, blank sketch variant by a member of the Map family. Sent this over, and this is pretty cool because he wrote a note on the inside, so I'm thinking I'm going to try to sketch something on this outside. Maybe I'll have someone who can actually draw. Maybe I'll have the artist working on my comic to do a dead living cover on that. That would be pretty cool. I'll have to talk to James and see what he says. This is the issue 150 retail variant for The Walking Dead. Now this is fantastic because it was cheap as hell. When this first dropped, people lost their shit and they were trying to sell this for hundreds of dollars, and I just gave up immediately because the first person I went and seen, they were like $200, and I was like, ouch. Then I talked to another person, they were like $350, and I was like, I slowly backed away. So that was a continuing trend, and I started noticing people buying them on eBay for $100, even though people were asking for a whole lot more. So I just waited and waited and waited, and I seen somebody selling it on eBay for cheap, and no one was bidding on the shit, and there was no reserve, so I bid on it, and I won, and I was like, what the fuck? But that is so cool. It's a comic I did not know I would be adding to my collection anytime soon. And guess what? You can find these going on eBay here and there for 30 bucks. Check them out because I missed what caught my attention. I missed one that went for $33, something like that. And I was so pissed because everyone else is selling it for, $50, $60, $80, $100. And every now and then you'll see an auction that no one's bidding on because there's so many online that it'll slip through. So check eBay. I'm telling you, go look at the sold listings. You'll see some that are selling really cheap and you'll be like, holy hell. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. I think this is the first time I have a complete collection of variants, even the exclusive, hard-to-get retailer variant as far as The Walking Dead is concerned. I'm going to have to go back and look, but I think this is my complete set because I have a lot of like All Out War and stuff like that, but there's ones that have really rare black and white, like a midnight release. I've never even seen it up for sale. If I did, it was CGC and it was like $300, some crazy shit like that. So I'm really excited to add this to the collection. I think that is so cool. Anyway, Anyway, that's going to end the pickups. I don't know why, but sometimes I shake these where I'm like, hey guys, so da-da-da-da, you know, and I feel like I should just hold it still for you so you're not getting a migraine watching these videos. Anyway, give me your thoughts and opinions. What did you think of my little update here? My stash, adding it to the collection, and also for those who are asking about complete collection videos, those are coming as far as the figures, the comics, everything that's a Walking Dead collectible, and then an office tour. I'm going to do the whole collectible shit soon as the comic series 5 for the Walking Dead figures, as soon as they come out, which is going to be in about a week or two. So
stay tuned for that.
In about 2-3 weeks, you know, a week after they drop, I'm going to start doing the collection videos. So keep an eye out for that. Give me your thoughts and opinions and some suggestions for more titles to take a look at the comic book shop down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.